guys, in today's video I'm going to show you guys this tutorial, and this is my first installment, if you will, on my Halloween series, and I'm super excited. So this is my take on a mermaid that got hooked, but I wanted to change it up. Instead of everybody who does just the hook through the mouth and it comes out right through the cheek and in like a little puncture wound, I wanted it to go through like a set of gills, I guess, just to change it up. And so mine is different and stands out from every other person on YouTube who has made a look like this, because I feel like a lot of people have. So if you want to see how to recreate this, keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is priming my skin, and lately I've noticed when I put on a lot of makeup, my pores have been kind of large. So I went in with the Benefit Porefessional and my damp beauty blender, and I'm just applying that all over first, warming it up with my fingers, and then just applying it straight to my face with my fingers, and then blending it with a beauty blender. Then I went in with the palest foundation I own, which is the MAC Studio Fix foundation, which just so happens to be one of my fullest coverage foundations, which is perfect for this look because you want to go for something that's very light and pale, yet very full coverage. So for this, I use one of my favorite foundations. Then I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer, and I'm just applying this underneath my eyes like I usually would for a highlighting concealer. And I'm just going to highlight my under eyes in a triangle, as well as just putting this kind of all over the center of my face, or the T-zone, or where you would highlight. It's all the same thing. Then I'm going to go in and set my face with a giant powder puff and my NYC Loose Translucent Powder. This is one of my favorite translucent powders because it's like $3 and it's really good. Then after I set my whole face with that, I'm just going to bake my under eyes with that same powder while I fill in my eyebrows with this e.l.f. blush in the color Pink Passion. And this is just such a bright blush. I'm just using this powder just to fill in my eyebrows a bit, and I don't have many eyebrows, so I mean, I just did my best to do that without having to cover my eyebrows. Then, instead of just dusting off the baking powder, I just kind of set it into my skin and kind of blended it out with the powder puff to add more coverage. Now I'm going in with the ghetto version of Fishnet, and this is something that I got a bag of limes in. And I'm just taking a bright dark blue eyeshadow, and I'm putting that into the hollows of my cheeks. And then I'm taking this gorgeous Morphe shadow in the color Aloha, and I'm putting that right above the dark blue shadow, just kind of how you would contour your regular face, except using the dark blue shadow as kind of your contouring shade, and then the lighter blue as kind of your transition contour, or like your bronzer, if that makes any sense. And then I'm doing the same thing all over the top of my forehead. I'm using the dark blue and then blending it downwards to give a nice gradient into the lighter blue into my pale skin tone. Next, once you're done with that, you can just slowly and just kind of take off the fishnet, or in my case, a lime bag. But it didn't do the best job, but you could definitely tell where there's the scales. Then I went straight onto the eyeshadow, and I just applied that gorgeous Aloha eyeshadow all over my lid, and then I took that dark blue and put that right up against the tape, more outwards from my eyelids. I did not put this color on my eyelids because I wanted to really elongate and give a dramatic like cat eye kind of wing with the blue eyeshadow. And I just did that along the tape, and then brought it through the crease a bit, but kind of dramatically, and then brought it on the lower or the upper lash line just to really make it all come together. And I thought it looked really cool. Make sure you blend a lot because it just looks so much more perfect, and you can get any eyeshadow look to look bomb if you just blend. Then I just wanted to create a more dramatic look, and I wanted you to be able to see the eyeshadow even with my eyes open, so I dragged that eyeshadow up quite a bit. And then I'm just going in with the e.l.f. cream eyeliner, which is actually a really good cream eyeliner. I haven't used this stuff in a while. And I just created a really long wing, and then I sketched out the crease and kind of connected the crease with the wing, and it just looked really cool. Then I took this Sephora gel liner, and I'm not sure exactly what this the name or the color name, but I will definitely have it in the description box. And I put that on my waterline, and it's just a really pretty yellow. And then I took MAC's Gold Mine eyeshadow, really, really dramatically and really, really big and bold on the inner corner, and I just thought this looked adorable. Then I'm going in with this MAC eyeshadow in the color Sea Myth, and I'm just putting that on my brow bone to highlight. It's a pretty cool holographic eyeshadow, so it went pretty good with this. Then I'm taking MAC's Soft and Gentle, a really, really nice icy pearl highlighter, and I'm just using that to highlight my cheekbones and my cupid's bow. Then I'm taking the dark blue eyeshadow, and I'm just going to contour my nose with that. And then I'm taking that big brush that I kind of used for the fishnet scales, and I'm just going to take whatever leftover eyeshadows on that just to kind of blend out the nose contour, and this worked pretty well. Then I'm taking that Aloha eyeshadow again, and I'm just dragging that all over my lower lash line, and I'm making this quite dramatic and dragging it down a bit as well. Then I took more of Soft and Gentle and put that right on the tip of my nose, and a little bit more on the cupid's bow, and a little bit more on the cheekbones just to make it more dramatic. Then I'm taking the Urban Decay Naked Illuminated Illuminator in Luminous. That's a tongue twister. And I'm just taking that on a fan brush and just brushing that all over wherever I put the scales. And this just adds a really pretty glitter. It's not really a highlighter because it's literally like pressed glitter. Then I just applied a little bit of this Physicians Formula mascara and then some fake eyelashes. I used Ardell Glamour Wispies, and then I took a random pair of eyelashes that I cut up and I put on the outer corners just to make the outer corners super wispy and dramatic. And that's what I did. I have no idea what these are even called. I think they're like an off-brand. They're not even like a legit brand or anything. But I just applied my falsies and stuff and my mascara. And then you want to make sure that you curl your lashes. It'll make your eyelashes and the falsies come together. Then for my lips, I'm taking this gorgeous Wet n Wild matte lipstick in the color Think Pink. And then I just took a little bit of MAC's Gold Mine and I tapped that all over my lips. And then I went in with this Victoria's Secret lip gloss, and it's actually really pretty. It has like chunks of glitter in it, which is perfect for this look, and I really, really liked it. I'm not sure what the color is, but yeah, I just did that. Then I took more of the Urban Decay Illuminator and put that on my lips. Then I took some bottom mascara and bottom lashes. And now onto the Gore. I couldn't stand these bottom lashes. They were really, really long and they were bugging me a lot. So I just went in and took those off. But then I started with some nose and scar wax and I warmed that up with the heat of my hands. You want to make sure you put some type of lotion or makeup remover on your hands so you can work with it easily without it sticking everywhere. Then once it's all warmed up, and I kind of shaped it to fit where I wanted it, and then I put some spirit gum down where it's going to be and tapped it out. If you do not tap the spirit gum, it will not stick. Then I just applied that nose and scar wax, like little slab. And I would suggest making it a little bit thinner. I made it pretty thick, and it had some really funky, thick-looking textures to it, but I guess in the end it did kind of look pretty cool. Then I'm just going to smear that out with my fingers and a spatula. Then once it's all smeared out blended to my liking, I took this pointed like clay tool and I just carefully dug out little crescent shapes, not like a complete half circle, but just a little bit of a slanted lines. And then I just kind of applied some liquid latex. Well, actually, before I did that, I took a palette knife and I kind of lifted up these gills just to make it more dramatic and more like obvious that there's a lot of depth in there. Then I layered a layer of liquid latex on top of that with just a Q-tip. It was just like the easiest thing to do. And you're going to need some type of sealant to seal the scar wax. So I use liquid latex, but there's also specific sealers that are meant for this process. But liquid latex is something that's really easy to get your hands on, and it's really inexpensive. And it's used for so many different things. If you are into special effects, you probably have liquid latex, so it's like one of the easiest things to use for this. Now I just took some wire, and it's very, very light, so it's perfect for this, and I created a little hook shape, and then I created just a long thin piece of the wire, and I took some scissors and I rolled the tip of it just to make it look like the beginning and the end of a large hook. And I figured if this is going to be on a mermaid, it's probably a larger hook, not a little tiny hook. So I made that pretty big, and then I stuck it into the wax slowly and carefully, just not stab yourself. And then I set that with some powder. Now I'm going to go on to coloring this, and for this I'm using the Skin Illustrator's Zombie Alcohol Activated Palette, and I'm just using the vein tone, and I'm just adding a wash of that all over over the entire like gills. And then I'm going to start filling them in with a mix of the vein tone and the black and the like true ultraviolet blue or whatever it's called. What comes along with creating depth is highlighting. So I'm taking the light rice paper color and I'm just highlighting the tips of the gills with that. And then I'm going to start filling it in with blood. I used, from the alcohol activated palette, I used the dark blood, the aged blood and the regular blood and a little bit of the brown tone. And then because that dries matte, you want a little bit more of a glossy blood. So for that, I used a little bit of Mayron's blood gel, and you want to not overdo the blood because you want to keep this pretty clean. It just really shows your paint job that you did, and it doesn't overpower the wound with blood. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, like this video with a thumbs up, comment down below what you guys think, as well as subscribe to become a beauty and be a part of our beautiful world. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye! And be a part of. If you guys like this video, wait, am I recording? Oh, that's recording. If you guys like this, wait, what? So if you want to, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see how to.